Alright, what is up everybody? I've just got a pretty, I guess, exciting announcement for you guys, which is that up until at least February 20th, I'm going to be uploading daily. That means there's going to be a video for me every day. I've never been able to keep a good streak going, and right now I'm at about a week. Aaron, he's got 802 Garage is his channel. Go check his channel out if you have not already and go subscribe to him. But I know that when he started uploading daily last summer, that's when his channel really took off and started growing out. And I try to do the same thing while I have kind of a change. We've got a lot of stuff going on with the truck, and of course everybody knows about the whole demonetization thing, and that's the other reason I want to do it, is if I can get the channel to start growing quick enough that maybe I can reach 1,000 subs prior to that date, I would love to. Of course, turbo build is happening on this thing. If we could reach it, it's probably going to happen. It's going to happen regardless of whether we reach 1,000 subs or not, but I may make it happen a little bit sooner and push a little bit harder to get it done if we can reach the goal by February 20th, which is 1,000 subs. We're at 858 right now. Daily uploads until at least that date, and I might even keep going after that if I'm on a roll and I don't have to stretch too far for content. But if there's going to be days where I really don't have any actual content to upload, as far as like working on this stuff, I can't work on the Eclipse at all right now because the stuff that needs done to it I cannot do in here because we don't have the space or the access to do it here. Plus I'm going to be getting into that shop eventually, and if I tear the Eclipse all the way apart, I'm not going to be able to move it. So I'm just going to wait until it's in there to touch that. So this will be a primary build for the time being. That's what the truck is going to be for a little while, until I'm in my shop and running that and able to actually tear into the Eclipse and start working on that again. So on days where I don't have any actual, build content for you guys, I'm going to come up with some sort of a topic to talk about, or maybe go over some things. Like one of the days, for one of the ideas I've had was just going over my recording setup, what I use for a camera, what I use to edit, the computer I use and everything. And I've thought about maybe another day maybe talking about some of the cars I've owned, how many cars I've owned, what they all were and everything, when I got them and whatnot. So those two will be coming probably next week. I might use one of them this week. So I'll come up with certain topics that are somewhat interesting to upload. There might be days where I just come in and say, hey, this is what's coming up soon, and I apologize for not having anything, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick warning that some of that stuff is going to be coming, and I don't want you to think that we are kind of circling the drain, or anything like that. It's just that I want to try to stay daily, and if I have to upload a video that may not be as interesting to keep that streak going until the 20th at least, then I will. And if the 20th rolls around and I'm still going strong and got plenty of content, I'm just going to keep up doing the daily uploads. I finally figured out a way that I can edit and upload every day and have time to get other important things done and have time to sleep and go to work. Is working a full-time job. I work usually 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. Sometimes it's only 5. It depends on whether I can pick up overtime or not, because I always pick up overtime when it's available. So it's difficult to edit and upload every day, especially with how slow my computer is. It takes 4 hours to process videos. So I have to have videos processed while I'm sleeping or while I'm at work, and then upload them when I get home from work, the one that processed while I was asleep or whatever. That's how I've been doing it. I'll come home, upload a video, and then once it's uploaded and I've got it published and everything, it's up, it's posted, I go and I load the next video's clips, let them kind of load themselves up into the cache of the editing program, and then once that's all loaded in the cache, because otherwise it's going to lag really bad when I'm editing and freeze up and stuff, then I can go in and actually edit and then have it process, and then I'll go do other stuff while it's processing or whatever, and then repeat the same process the next morning. So coming up pretty soon, of course, I'm gonna go and finish these brakes. I might do the quick time lapse or edit that I promised you guys wanted to do when I was doing it the other day. I think I'm gonna go buy a new hardware kit for this as well, because I kind of dicked up the springs taking them on and off so many times when I was doing that side. So I might just buy a whole new hardware kit since it's cheap, as well as I might just buy 2 brand new adjusters as well, because I still don't know why there's slack in that cable. Maybe somebody will have that question answered for me before they post this video up, but I still don't know why there's slack in that cable. And in another video, I might go and make my brake lines prior to putting it in the truck. That way I can have them bent and set up how they need to be, and then once the rear end's in the truck, all I gotta do is thread them in and clip it in with this clip down here and be all good to go. Hopefully when I put the rear end of the truck, I don't have to take it all apart to get the e-brake cable hooked up. I don't know if I'm going to have to do that or not. I know I'll have to tear that rear end apart to get the e-brake cables out, because I would like to have them if they work. I have not tested it. I do not want to test the e-brake until it's time to pull the rear end out, because, or the cables at least, because if I push that e-brake in and those cables are locked up and they don't spring back out, I'm kind of screwed. So I do not want to try that when I need to drive the thing to work. I'm going to wait till this weekend when I'm swapping the rear end out anyway, and if the cables get stuck, I'll just chop them out of the way and be done with them and throw a hydro in it at some point. But yeah, finishing this up, and then there'll be another video for the brake lines themselves, and we'll just make that their own video, I suppose. And then I went and bought a drain plug and a bung. I don't know where it's at. It's over here somewhere. Oh, it's up here. I bought this for my transmission pan. There is no drain plug on the transmission pan on these trucks, so to change fluid, you have to drop the pan totally, put a new gasket in and everything. It's a mess, and it's a pain, and you can only do 4 quarts at a time, and this transmission holds 12 or 16 quarts of transmission fluid. So I'm going to go weld this into it, drop the pan, weld this into it, clean it up, paint it and everything, and then put it back in with a fresh screen and gasket, and then do drain fills for a few weeks until the transmission feels like it's happy again. I want to slowly introduce fresh fluid into the trans. I don't want to like have one of those flushes or anything done to it or whatever, because those things will just absolutely rape the inside of an old transmission. If you got an old transmission that is acting kind of funny, you do not want to get it, flushed out. If you got a car that drives good and you're just doing regular maintenance like you should, some transmissions aren't even serviceable, so the only way to clean them out is to flush them. That's fine, but if you got an old transmission like this, you don't know the history of it, do not ever get it flushed. But anyway, I'm going to be doing that so I can actually do real fluid changes on it, so that'll be a video. And of course this weekend, this big SOB is going in here, so I'll have to get the new diff cover gasket and plug, take my cover, which is sitting down there. I might paint it, I might not. It's going to be below freezing, so I might not be able to paint it with how cold it's going to be. But I might paint it, we'll see. And then I'll stick that on there, and then the brakes will be all squared away. And then this weekend we'll be able to go and stick a rear end in the truck. And then coming very soon, I'm going to, I've ordered a few fuel line or fuel system parts for the truck. I've already ordered a giant spool of 5/16 fuel hose and some clamps and just some little hardware bits for it. And pretty soon we'll have a pretty large unboxing video of all of the fuel system stuff that I need for the truck, so it's going to be really difficult not to want to open packages when they're just sitting there and I'm waiting for everything to arrive at once. It really sucks, but it'll be worth it. So yeah, that's what's coming up pretty soon. I just wanted to announce that I'm going to try to do this daily upload thing, and if I have to, I will find something to upload every single day. So if I upload a video that's not very exciting, you can go ahead and tell me if you didn't like it, but don't flame me for it. Don't like tear me apart for it, because I'm just trying to keep this daily upload thing going so I could reach 1,000 subs before February 20th, and if you want to help me with that, please do as well. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I want to thank you guys very much for making it all the way through this, because this video is probably a little bit boring. And I will see you guys later, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll have a little bit of turbo action going on again.